Hi makeup friends! Today we're going to be doing a liquid lipstick declutter. Now please don't judge me for how many I have. There's altogether far too many. Some of them I've been collecting for a number of years and they are probably well past their expiry date. So we're going to be brutal today. We're going to slash and burn and get through these. I have 144 just liquid lipsticks. I was going to go through and sort them out by colors and all that kind of thing, but it's just altogether way too overwhelming. So what I think I'm going to do is just move this box over a bit, bring out a few at a time, and just go through them that way. I have some little boxes set up here. I'm going to have like a definitely keep, definitely get rid of, and then a hem and haw kind of box over here. And then those ones are my maybes and I'll figure them out. Now, like I said, there's 144 of these, so I really am not going to go through and swatch every single one of them. There may be some that I swatch, but that's just to help me decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to get rid of. So let's just dive straight into it. This is one that I know straight off I'm going to get rid of. It's just altogether way too light, and it's just not a color that I ever wear. I'm going to keep this one because I really do like this color. Likewise, this one here from Lime Crime. It's just a really metallic deep red and I don't have anything else like that, so I'm going to keep this one. And this one here from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the bright red. It's in the shade American Doll. It's such a beautiful red and I want to keep that one for sure. Now these three here are from Buxom and I save them every time I do a declutter. I can see, at least in this one here and a bit in here, that they've separated. I've had them for quite a few years now. They were gifted to me on my birthday probably 2 or 3, no, 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember. Regardless, they are old, they're separated, and I never ever wear them, so they need to go. What is this shade here? Matte Metal. Okay, so this is another metallic red. This one's from Gerard Cosmetics, but it's a more on the cherry red side of things rather than the deep metallic from the Lime Crime. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. Now, these ones here from Maybelline, the Superstay Matte Inks, they do stay a very, very long time, but I do find that they're very sticky. I really like this color though. This is the shade Dreamer. It's just a really pretty nudish kind of pink. I'm going to put this one in the maybe pile for now. This one here, as much as I like the color, I don't get a lot of use out of purples. I don't wear them a lot. And I just kept this little mini one here, which is a very similar shade. So I'm going to let this one go. This one here from Jeffree Star, I never wear it. It's in the shade 818. And I remember having to like wear a liner underneath it because it was really patchy when I applied it. And although it is a pretty shade, it's just not a shade that I ever reach for. So let it go. Likewise, this one here, this is in the shade Are You Filming? It's a really pretty red, but I already have the one from ABH. I now have one from Too Faced. There's this one here from Pat McGrath. Like I don't need this many of the exact same shade, and I prefer this formula over this formula and the ABH one over this one, so that one is going to go. Likewise, this is another red liquid lipstick. This one's from Elijah Storm. And I have so many others and I prefer the formula on ABH to this one. So that one's gone. This one is fairly new to my collection. I just bought that this summer. This is in the shade Hot Stuff. And it looks kind of like the reds, but it's got a bit more of like a raspberry tone to it. And so I'm going to keep that one because the undertone is different. I promise it's different. Okay, this one from ABH is Ashton, and I really do like this one. I do like the ABH formula, and it smells good still. I find that their glosses turn really quickly, so they're not a product that I ever buy anymore, just because they go bad so fast. So this is one of those Super Stay matte inks. I'm gonna, again, put this into the maybe pile, but honestly, for that kind of color, I do prefer something that has the lasting power of this. I'm gonna put it into the maybe just to see. I know I have another navy lipstick, but I think it's a bullet one, so I'm gonna hem and haw on that one. This one here is from Stellar, and it's a really nice deep red. I said I wasn't gonna swatch all these, and yet here I am. It's fairly new to my collection as well, and so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. Now here, I wanna compare these two. So this one is the Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild. Oh, you know what, it's okay. I thought it was a little bit dried out. And then I just want to compare that beside Dreamer from Maybelline. They're not quite the same, but I feel like they're fairly close. The lighting's a little harsh here. This one's a little bit lighter, but they are fairly similar. I'm going to keep this one still in the maybe, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. This is another Wet n Wild one. It's like a dark forest green. I don't think I've ever worn this, to be honest, but I literally have nothing else quite like that. I'm going to put it in maybes. We'll see. Alright, these ones are pretty easy to decide amongst. This is from Rare Beauty. It's very new to my collection and I like it a lot, so that's not going anywhere. Same with this liquid lipstick from Cheekbone Beauty. It's so comfortable and the shade is just so pretty. Here is a whole whack of these Chanel double-ended liquid lipsticks, and they are, honest to God, my favorite liquid lipstick formula. They are so good. They are not going anywhere. There's another one of those Buxom and another Glam Light. Again, I don't get anywhere out of these, so they're gone. And these ones are also new. These are the Ofra and Jen Loves Review trio that she created with them. These are specifically designed for mixing with other lipsticks, and they can really change the depth and the undertone. They're not going anywhere. I was so impressed with this trio, and they're also really nice just on their own. But they're so functional and they give me so much creativity with my lipsticks that keeping those. I detest the formula of this one. This is from Bare Minerals and it is in the shade Cookie. It's there, I don't even know what it's called. It doesn't say on here, but I don't like the feeling of it. It is streaky. I just don't like the feeling of it, so I don't need to keep that one. This one from Gerard is in the shade Honeymoon and it's really pretty, like a really pretty mauvey pink. I'm gonna keep that. ABH Poet, I'm gonna keep that. Now I need to do a sniff test on this one from Fenty because it is old. Oh God, yeah, no, it smells pretty offensive. It's beautiful, but it has gone, that is for sure. I just saw this one sitting on top from Chanel. I'm keeping that. There's the other teal metallic that I have. So this one's from ABH. And I have, why I bought in both colors, I don't know, because they are incredibly similar. Like there's really very little difference. Which formula do I like better? You know what, I'm gonna keep ABH, and I think my friend Erin is really gonna like this one, and as long as she feels comfortable wearing it or using it, then that one's for her. Juvia's Place in the shade Doo-Doo? D-U-D-U? I don't know how to pronounce that other than to say Doo-Doo, but it's such a beautiful black liquid lipstick, and I got rid of the velvet one from Lime Crime. I'm going to keep that one. This here is Pure Hollywood from ABH. Depending on my level of tan, sometimes it's flattering, sometimes it's not, but with that trio from Jen Loves Reviews, I can manipulate the shade, so I'm going to keep that. And then this little sample here, I just never use it, from Makeup Forever, so it's gone. I need to do the sniff test on these 3 from Fenty. And I know this one. Yeah, it smells awful. This is the one that made me even think that I need to smell them because I tried to apply it the other day and was like, whoa, you're disgusting. And this one here. This one still smells fine. I'm going to keep that one. And this black, even if it smells fine, I don't like this one as much. Nope, and it doesn't smell good either. It's just a little bit patchy. It's not as opaque as I would expect it or want it to be. This is the shade Chihuahua, one of the melted liquefied lipsticks from Too Faced. I've had it for a very long time and I don't trust it, so I'm gonna let it go. This one here was fun from Incredible. It's like a true neon orange, but it's so streaky and patchy. It just is not anything that I want to wear. So I'm gonna let that go. I don't know what the hype is about Jouer liquid lipsticks. Maybe there is no more hype, but there used to be, and I'm just not super impressed by them. Also, I hate the packaging. Like, oh, they're super dry, like super dry. That might just be because this one's old, but like it's a pretty color, but I don't wear it. So I just don't like the way it feels. These are 2 from the Conspiracy collection. They're both metallic liquid lipsticks that I don't use, so I gotta let them go. I'm going to keep this purple one from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to let this one from Colored Rain go because it's not a very comfortable formula in my opinion. Now I feel like I can bring the box over because I can maneuver it and see what is going on. This one is slightly old from Blush Tribe, but as long as it smells good, I'm going to keep it just because, ew, no I'm not. My son has clearly been into it. There are cat hairs and all, ew. No, not going to keep that because I don't know what's in the tube. I can see a hair in the tube. Oh, thanks, Bennett. Ew. Alright, so, well, I was going to say I really like the shade of it, but, oh well. Okay. So moving on, this one here is from Marc Jacobs, and I really do like the formula on this, so I'm going to keep that one. This is the shade Ginger from Melt Cosmetics, and I really like it, and it is very unique to my collection, so I'm going to keep that. This is another Stay All Day from Stila, and again, I don't like the formula, so I'm going to let it go. I should have 2 more of these, but I don't know where they are. They're hiding somewhere, but I do have 2 other shades. I've got a purple and a bright pink. And I really like these. They're from the Lip Bar. The formula is really comfortable. The shades are super intense. So I'm going to keep this plus the other 2 if and when I stumble upon them. All right, these are a few more from Lime Crime. I'm going to get rid of the little plushy one because I just never ever wear it. I'm going to keep this one in the shade Wicked. And then I'm going to give these 2 a sniff. So this is Suede Berry, which is a really pretty like electric coral kind of shade. But it smells like chemicals, so no thanks. And then this one is True Love. It smells much better. And it's really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. Just going to move the box again so that I can take a look at these from Gerard Cosmetics. I see another metallic one. I'm going to keep the metallic purple just because it's really kind of different and cool. But this metallic... Which one is this? It's Complicated. You know what? Let me take a look at it now that I've said that. No, I won't wear that. It's like a rose gold kind of shade. And part ways with that one. This is the shade Gravity, and it is like a purpley gray. It's not a color that flatters me, so I am going to say no to that one. What is this? This is the shade Share. Share is probably my favorite of the Gerard Cosmetics shades. It's just this beautiful like plummy kind of color. So I'm going to keep that. 1995. I'm going to keep that one as well. It's got enough rose to it that it's really easy to wear and it's really flattering. Night Rider. Let's see. Super, super deep vampy purple. But I want to see how that compares to the one from Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath is just a wee bit darker, but I feel I don't need both. I'm going to keep the Pat McGrath and I'm going to let the Gerard go. What's this shade? Ruby Slipper. Super deep red. But let's compare that to Underdog really quickly. Very, very similar. Underdog has just a bit more red to it, I think, a little bit lighter. I'm going to keep Underdog and I'm going to let Ruby Slipper go. And then these two, Wind Down and West Coast. West Coast is not a shade that I get a lot of wear out of. Just these really true corals I have a hard time pulling off. I have like a bit of a yellow undertone and they just don't look great on me. But this shade, Wind Down, is really pretty. I'm pretty sure I have something very similar to it, but I think it's at the bottom. I think it was that Tarte one. But I'm going to keep that one for now. All right, we're going to bring this box back over. I'm going to keep these two, what are these even called? The Everlasting Glimmer Veils from KVD. I don't get a ton of wear out of them, but I also don't have anything like them. They're just so sparkly. I've got like a purpley shade and then I've got like a royal blue shade as well. So I'm going to keep both of those because I don't have anything like them. I've got a lipstick here from Sugar Pill and then two from Dose of Colors. I never wear Plum Queen and I very, very rarely wear Trinket. It has like all these little glitter particles in it that were really pretty back when I first got it, but they're kind of, I think, out of style at this point, or at least out of my style, so they're gone. But I am going to keep Stone from Dose of Colors because it is beautiful. I have three of the Sephora liquid lipsticks. This one here I have had for so long, like since before I had my channel 3 years ago. It still smells okay, but I don't wear it, so no thank you. I have a ton of shades like this already, so I'm going to part ways with that one. And I really don't need another liquid red lipstick. And again, it's more of like a raspberry kind of tone, and I feel like I have that a lot in my collection, so I'm going to let that one go as well. This is like a little sample of a liquid lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. Is that it? Gerard Makeup Labs. There it is there, and I just want to compare that to this guy here. This one's really patchy. This one's a little bit deeper. I'm going to keep this. I know. Any of these, this brand that I'm keeping is for personal use. Same goes for this color. Keeping it because the color is so pretty. Okay, and that one as well. So I'm keeping three of them, but I've gotten rid of quite a few others. I'm going to let this one go from Lancome. Full disclosure, last night I did go through all my orange lipsticks and found that I had quite a few in this same shade category, and this is just one that I don't reach for, and also I've had it for a very long time. I put all the oranges back in because I decided to do this by finish rather than color because color was tripping me up, but I wanted to put that out there. These ones from NARS, this is the Velvet Lip Glide. It's a really pretty color, but I'm just not a huge fan of the formula. It kind of wants to be a liquid lipstick, it kind of wants to be a gloss, it doesn't really know what it's doing, and I just don't reach for it. These two here from KVD, I save them every time I do lip declutters, and I've saved them multiple times and I still don't use them. I have the shade Ludwig, I don't know, and then Love Sick. You know what, we're being ruthless today, so it's time for them to go. This is an Ofra lipstick from Ipsy that I got ages and ages ago. Oh, whoops. Well, you know what? That makes it that much easier. I was going to say it's really old, but it's literally falling apart, so that makes that easy. This one from Wet n Wild, I actually really do like this formula, but I just don't wear this particular one. So away it goes. I loved Hard on this guy. Hard, hard, hard. But I can see that it's super dried out. Yeah, it used to be like water. It's like one of those lip topper things, and it was so beautiful because it just sat so nicely. But I've used the heck out of it, and it is dry as anything at the bottom. Okay, 3 more over here. These 2 from YSL are beautiful, and they still smell good. Okay, I have this shade multiple times over in my collection. I probably have this shade multiple times over as well, but I'm going to get more use out of it than I will out of this, so I'm going to split the pair up. And that leaves us with this guy. He is from Clé de Peau, and I don't know. It's not my favorite formula, for sure. Again, it's one of those like gloss lipstick kind of hybrids. It's a little bit peachy for my liking, but it is fairly new. It honestly didn't cost me all that much. I found it at Winners, so it really, or I guess the equivalent of Marshalls. We've got Winners up here in Canada. I'm going to keep it this go round. If I still haven't gotten a lot of use out of it by the next time I declutter, then it's on the chopping block. That brings us then to our maybes, which really aren't that bad at all. I expected worse. To be honest, I thought there'd be a lot more. Okay. I keep thinking, oh, I'll do something super editorial, and then I never ever do times 2 years, so it's time to let that one go. As pretty as this is, I know I'm not going to reach for it, so I'm going to let that go as well. I'm going to keep this one simply because I want the longevity when I'm wearing something as dark as navy. And that brings us to these guys here. The 2 reds from NARS, and then this guy from Huda. I'm going to let Huda go because I just don't use it. And then with these 2, they're so close that like I wouldn't know which was which if you just showed me a picture of one. And it's only when I put them side by side that I can really see the difference. So as much as I like this one, Don't Stop, I think I like Starlight that much better, the deeper one, and I have this shade in the ABH, so I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to let that one go. Whew! All right, we did it. I'm going to count up the ones that I got rid of, and then I'll come back with the final stats, and then we'll go. We'll be done. All right. All right, so all the ones that are going are in here, and then I have the ones that I'm going to offer to my friend Erin sitting in this little box right here. Just Marco Polo'd her and showed her all the options to see if she's interested. But exciting news, I have decluttered 50.6%, so 51% of my liquid lipsticks. Yay! That's both really exciting and also tragic. That I had amassed so much in the first place, but this feels so much better already. I feel like I'm in control of my collection. It's a good feeling. I have to be in the right frame of mind to do declutters because I can look at this bag and be like, this is freedom and control over my collection, but I can also look at it and be like, that's a shit ton of wasted money. Both sentiments are true. So at any rate, I got rid of 73 out of 144 liquid lipsticks, including the ones that I'm going to offer my friend. That is awesome. I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Next week is going to be, let's call it lip glosses. Next week we'll do lip glosses. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, just be a decent human being.